Monaco and Sasha for the win. Probably they were the team a little bit more motivated today considering the circumstances. Maybe they recovered a little bit easier. Obviously a big hit for our team anemically. Anemically, there's no question we have to find a way to get up and start competing again. Probably will take a couple days. A little bit logical, obviously. And that's it. Very difficult moment, very difficult game to play.
Thank you, Coach. We open the floor to your questions. We go back there. Remember to say your name and name of the media, please.
Hola, Sarles, buenas tardes. Jorge Agüero, Radio Nacional de España. Comenzar ganando el miércoles, pero aparte, ¿cómo se levanta, cómo se puede levantar a un equipo después de un palo tan duro como este? Gracias.
Bueno, yo creo que esto está claro. Esto necesita un poco de tiempo, ¿no? Necesitas tomar un poco de respiro, ¿no? Está bien que miércoles no estamos jugando mucha cosa, ¿no? Pero claramente sería bien ganar, pero bueno, ya pensaremos, ¿no? Cómo afrontamos partido de miércoles. También lo que queda temporada es muy larga y a ver si vamos a dar descanso. Algunos aquí, unas situaciones para pensar un poquito, lo tenemos tiempo, ¿no? Pero yo creo que no existen ninguna fórmulas, nada. El tiempo siempre ayuda. Hay que estar juntos. Claramente hemos visto nuestra versión triste hoy, pero la verdad que algo aquí se esperaba y bueno, necesitamos levantar, ¿no? Como dice, no hay ninguna fórmula y nadie la tiene. Demostrar el carácter, estar juntos y bueno, poco a poco la vida sigue, ¿no?
Next question here, first row, please.
Hernán Auro de Reloj 24 Argentina. Bueno, Sara, ¿hoy qué fue? ¿Falta de motivación? ¿Jugar por nada? ¿O solamente dejarlo pasar el partido para lo que viene?
Bueno, es muy difícil, es muy difícil. La verdad que entiendo a los chicos, pero bueno, como competidores, cuando sales tienes que competir, tienes que ganar. Yo creo que hemos pagado precio por salida demasiado triste, ¿no? Porque la verdad que hemos salido muy tristes, muy blandos y yo creo que segunda parte nuestra ha sido buena. Hemos generado tiros, algunos hemos metido ya más, algunos no, pero bueno, como he dicho, hemos pagado este mal inicio. Seguro que bueno, hay que entender también a los chicos que ha sido un palo muy duro para ellos.
Next question, two questions on the third row, please.
Gabrielė Miknevičiūtė, krepšinis net tai lietuviškai turbūt niekada neišversi. Apskritai tokia organizacija kaip Barcelona įmanoma rasti motivacijos kovoti dėl trečios vietos Eurolygoje?
Manau, kad tu turi rasti motivacijos. Vis tiek esi atvažiavę žmonių, jie žiūri rungtynės, visi nori, kad laimėtum. Sutinku, kad sunku, kad tikrai labai skaudus tas pralaimėjimas buvo pusfinalį. Bet reikia rasti, kažkiek tai suradom, kažkiek tai nesakau, vis tiek yra geriau būti trečiam negu ketvirtam, bet nepavyko.
Here, please.
Good evening, Coach. Mindaugas Bertys, basketnews.com. News came out before the game that the Barcelona organization changed the time of the flight from here to Kaunas to Barcelona and will not watch the EuroLeague final. Could you comment on that decision? When and why was it made, and how did the team react?
Everybody made it together. We made it together as an organization. Everybody wants to go home after 5 days here. Everybody wants to forget about this, and simple decision.
Thank you. Next question, fourth row, please.
Alberto Manzagaglio, Your Devotion. Coach, after 48 hours after the loss with Real Madrid, do you have a better idea of how your team can turn from, I don't know, Sunday game against Baskonia to the version that we saw against Real Madrid? I mean, from a perfect game to a far from perfection game.
No, listen, these games have their own specific. It's one game situation. You know, a lot of nerves, a lot of pressure. There's no question. Probably we didn't find a way to deal with it at the best way possible. I mean, obviously, our shape was good. We were coming in, like we said, a lot of times as a player, you need to find the better ways to deal with the pressure. As a coach, you need to find better ways to calm your team and to try to, to help them out a little bit. I thought that, like in every Final Four, semi-final, usually the first 15 minutes is very difficult, and usually things calm down, for a lot of guys, and we didn't find a way to do that. We didn't find a way to do that, and we paid the price.
Thank you. Next question, we go to the fourth row first, please.
Buenas tardes, Juan Morenilla del País. Has comentado que los jugadores estaban tristes. ¿Cómo está usted?
Bueno, igual, muy triste, una decepción muy grande para mí personalmente también. La verdad que yo creo que hemos hecho muchas cosas muy buenas a lo largo de, que llevamos ahora 9 meses, ¿no? Pero no tenemos nada, ¿no? Y ahora mismo la temporada está en 0 y es un poco situación triste, ¿no? Pero bueno, ya sabemos que estamos en un gran club y aquí solo vale ganar. Bueno, deberíamos estar contentos por estar en los Final Four, sin ninguna duda, porque no es fácil, pero claramente todos queríamos más, yo primero, y es una decepción enorme, sin ninguna duda.
Next question, second row.
Lukas Katilius iš Basket News. Rokui Jokubaičiui tai buvo antras karjeros finalo ketvertas. Ką galit pasakyti apie jo augimą Barcelonos organizacijai kol kas ir ar manot, kad jisai jau priaugo tą lemiamų rungtynių žaidėjo statusą?
Nežinau, kas tas lemiamų rungtynių žaidėjo statusas. Jisai žaidžia viską. Pernai žaidė Belgrade Final Four. Manau, kad kaip ir komandai galbūt perdegė, jisai kažkuriuose situacijose nepavyko jam Final Four, bet nieko nekeičia, sakau. Mes visi labai mylim Roką, labai jo patenkinti ir sakau, yra žmogiška žaisti blogai, yra žmogiška nepataikyti, bet, kaip sakėm, jeigu galvot apie visą komandą, tai blogiausiai, kad mes pusfinaliai nežaidėm kaip komanda. Mes bandėm viską spręsti po vieną.
Thank you. Next question.
Jums pačiam nebe pirmas finalo ketvertas. Yra kažkokių naujų pamokų, kurių galima pasimti iš būtent šito?
Dabar kažkaip ant tų karštų, tai aišku yra, kad, sakau, daugiau mažiau kažkiek jau viskas aišku, ir kad bus nervai, ir kad labai sunku viską valdyti, bet įėjome šitą finalinį ketvertą labai, kaip sakyti, daugiau mažiau užtikrinti buvom, kad daug labai žaidėjų virš 30 metų su didžiuliu patyrimu, bet, sakau, nepavyko pamokos, dabar nežinau net, ką tai pasakyti, kokios tai būtų pamokos, bet, sakau, šnekam daug, labai artimas stafas, vieni su kitu daug diskutuojam, kažką išgausim iš šito 100%. Kiekvienas toks kluptelėjimas turi būti kaip didžiulė pamoka.
Thank you. Any more questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Coach. Hello, good evening. We're here with Coach Sasa Obradovic from AS Monaco after the third place game. Coach, if you don't mind to make some opening remarks about the game before we open the floor to media questions.
No, I wouldn't talk too much, about the game. I think two wounded teams, were playing this. I think, we were less than Barca, hurt after the semifinals. We really wanted this because for us it's completely new experience, being in this event, in this competition. Even though we didn't have, a lot of appreciation after whatever, the whole season, somebody says, most difficult or the hardest EuroLeague ever. We found a way through the season to secure, the home court advantage, to be, we deserved also this, as a award, after everything what we did. And the third spot, even though, somebody, doesn't respect this, for us for me personally as a coach, this is the biggest achievement in my career as a coach.
Thank you very much, Coach. Any questions, please? Say your name and the name of the media you represent. We go to the back.
Hello, Coach. Nicolas Quinas from AFP News Agency, the French one. Could you tell us about Mathieu Strasal? Was your plan that he played more than 20 minutes today ahead of the French championship?
Listen, one thing, there was a good, everybody can do the certain, rotations, so imaginable, best fives and this and that. But, if you're a coach, that's why the highest possible, respect for all, especially EuroLeague coaches. You get, a chance to be in a EuroLeague, position as a coach. This is hell of the job. All of them, they are heroes. What you are dealing with every day. So this is the first thing. Second thing is, I'm, reacting, I don't know, through the whole year like this. I feel this, I react. One time, one guy, second time, second guy. The whole year is like this. For someone, could be maybe too difficult. For me, I do plan the things, but something which is spontaneous, which belongs again to the certain reaction, momentum, here to do one or the other, yes, I do. The second thing is, this is important and, really shows how important, for me, as I said, the biggest achievement in my career. But, for me, it's also important to have, people ready for what is coming. So we already made, a first goal, by winning the cup. Second, above our expectations and everyone else, expectations, to be in a playoff and now to be in a even, one goal above in a Final Four. So we have to attack, the third one. And the third one is, also, somebody says, also most difficult and the most precious one.
Thank you. Next question. Aris, you raise your hand? No? Next question, please. Yeah.
Alberto Lanzagaglia, Eurodevotion. Coach, yesterday there was a kind of, I think, disagreement about the Friday game between you and Mike James. I mean, Mike said that he wanted the ball more in the third quarter, and you said in another interview that maybe you saw another game, or did we see the same game? It is something that is solved? Is it something that is having some consequences, something like that? Can you comment on that? Thank you so much.
I really don't have a comment on this. My decision is this, my decision is that, here, but there is something which is decision, of the best player, who can take the ball whenever he wants, whenever he wants, and, coach cannot, take away something, from someone. So, good, like here, we always supposed to be grateful. Not supposed to be very grateful for Mike, what he did to us these 2 years. So we should be grateful, each of us. That's it.
Thank you. More questions? Please.
Coach, as we are in Kaunas, what's your take on Donatas Motiejūnas' performance, not only in this Final Four, but the whole season?
Yeah, I'm really happy, like having this guy, like he's like a really right hand, of me, So there are people, there are players who are leading by, like example, what he do, how he behave, like as the highest, the best possible professional guy I ever had. And, the guy from the locker room, you want this guy, like to have any time. It's a great person, like, and all best things, positive, like here, I love him.
Any more questions, please? Third row.
Gabriel Miknevičiūtė, krepšinis.net. Coach, can you summarize what kind of lessons you as a coach can take from that EuroLeague season?
Probably everybody will expect, like that I answer, what lesson I get, from the third quarter from the previous game. No, there is, like not just for me, for everyone. It's a certain lesson, like to judge, to analyze, like, and to be better. I think, like after all this year, like we all get better. The people who were here in previous year, like 3 of those guys, like here, they now, upgrade, like their careers with this kind of achievement, experience, like on each, like tactically or, like mentally, let's say also this part is very important, mentally prepared, like for each, possession, for each, let's say even quarter, like those lessons, like here you can take, with you and be better in the future. This is what we all expected.
Thank you. Next question, back there.
Arnaud Lecomte from newspaper L'Équipe. Coach, Mike played only 6 minutes, the first 6 minutes of the game. Is it injured? Is there another reason? Or is it maybe to prepare your team for the playoffs to come in the French league? Thank you.
We won the game, and that was the most important. No any other comment. But we should talk about, appreciation, like of the coach. I didn't even get closer to be a coach of the year, France. How can you explain this? With all respect, for each coach, like in France. And, like I'm the first one voting from, for the best coach. I was the one voting for him. But not being even close. What is this? What kind of, like behavior? So because I'm Serbian or what? Huh? What kind of, why? Why you put me aside? Huh? Why this? Who can explain this? I didn't deserve this, like in 2 years, like to have even close, like here, maybe look what I, with the persons around me, including my coaches, stuff, like here, who made me better. Not to be even close to this. Sorry.
Any more questions? Thank you very much. Thank you, Coach.